Good morning, students. This is our next chapter of political science, lesson 3 political party. It is civics chapter. Earlier we have completed the third chapter of geography, agriculture, and now we are continuing the next chapter in political science, lesson 3 political party. Earlier two chapter federalism and power sharing we have already completed. Now we are having two remaining chapters in political science. So the third lesson we are going to start political parties. That as civics is all about the politics, democracy, and power sharing, we have studied. Now we are targeting the entire chapter on the political parties, that how the group of people exist as a political party and what is the real meaning of political party. So first of all, starting this chapter, I am just reading the overview of this chapter. In this tour of democracy, we have come across political parties several times. As we have discussed the power sharing, federalism, and we are talking for a long period of time in political science, we are talking about the democracy. So many times we come across through the word political parties. In class 9th also, we noticed that the role of political party in the rise of democracies, in the formation of constitutional designs, in electoral politics, and in the making and working of governments. In this textbook, we have glanced at political parties as vehicles of federal sharing of political power and as negotiators of social divisions in the arena of democratic politics. Before concluding this tour, let us take a close look at the nature and working of a political party, especially in our country. So before talking about that how these political party function in a democratic government, we should be aware that how the political party formed in a democratic nation. And we begin by asking two common questions. Why do we need parties? Yes, if we are saying that we need democracy, so why under democracy, why do we need different political parties? Second, how many parties are good for democracy? In the light of these, we introduce the national and regional political parties in today's India, and then look at what is wrong with the political party and what can be done about it. So in this chapter, we not only talk about that what is the need of the political party in a democratic nation, but also that how the regional political party different from the national political party, and how these political parties are having power and when they are limited to implement their powers. So we will talk about it in this chapter, political parties, the third lesson of political science for class 10th. So first of all, we will discuss that what is the meaning of political party. A political party is a group of people who come together to contest elections and hold power in the government. So the political party is a group of people which come to contest election, and they also want to hold the government. Why they want to contest election? As they want that the political power should be given to them, and they will be the member of the government. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promote the collective good. What is collective good? That after contesting the election, when political parties show their majority and they win the election independently, so they are drawn the some particular policies and programs for the welfare of the society, for the collective goodness. Because we know that what is the moral or the constitutional foremost responsibility of the government, that they are liable to enact and to implement the policy which are collectively good for the every single citizen of the country. So their main aim is to provide, to implement some policy which are for collective good. Since there can be different views on what is good for all, then again, as far as the diverse nation, so the policies and the views are also different, that what will be good policy for the people and what will not be the good policy for all. Then we will continue. Parties try to persuade people why their policies are better than others. Now we are talking about the function of the political party, how they functions. First, with the definition is clear that what is all about political party. Now second, what is their duty, that they always think about the uh, uh, collective goodness of the citizen. Second, that all political party always try to persuade the people that why their policy are better than the other political party. During the election time, so we can see that what a tough competition going around, either the state election or the central election time, that how different political party advertise themselves. They do lots of campaign and pamphlet, they do lots of advertisement, that and they introduce so many you can say so many manifesto, that how their party, if they will win the election, how they will solve the challenge like poverty and sanitation, health, and unemployment issue. So these are the things that they persuade, they always want to convince the people, introducing their policy which are different to the other political party. They seek to implement these policies by winning popular support through elections, and they want that anyhow they can attract the people, as they know that people's power is in their vote. So they always try to attract the common people or the citizen of the nation, so that they will win the election independently, and then they will enjoy the governmentship. Now, thus parties reflect fundamental political division in a society. So the basic function of a political party is that all political parties reflect the fundamental political division in a society. Parties are about a part of the society and thus involve partisanship. Party, that we know that political party, who form this political party, the country people. The first foremost requirement that they have to be the native of India. So the parties is a part of society, and that's why they involve the partisanship. Thus a party is known by which part it stands for, which policy it supports, and whose interest it upholds. That's why these are the basic three things. For that, a political party, you can say, for that the political party is to be known. That one is that for which purpose they stands for. Second, which policy they support under their political party, and whose interest they uphold. That there are different political party who supports a particular section of the society. So in this way they differentiate themselves among the all political party. A political party has three components. So there are mainly three components of any political party. One is the leader, representative. Second, the active members, and third is the followers. So you can see that these are the three main component of any political party. First is leader, who draw different policy and other listen and cooperate with him. Without leader there will be no existence of any political party or any political government. Second, the active members of a political party, that not only the leader is required, who will motivate and who will supervise, who will guide, who will do the leadership, but the active member is also very important component of any political party, who spread the policy and who will be responsible to do a different task in a political party. And the third is the followers, that how many people are following them, this political party. So they are becoming the supporter of one particular party. So these three are the main components of any political party: the leader, the active member, and the followers. Now the functions of the political party as a whole we are talking about. We are not targeting any one political party, either national or regional. We are just getting the idea that what do you mean by the political party, what are the main three components of a political party, and what are some common functions of any political party in a democratic government or democratic nation, because only democracy allow to form different political party. So it is understood that if we are talking about the existence of any political party, it means we are directly talking about in a democratic nation. So functions. What does a political party do? Basically, political parties fill political offices and exercise political power. Parties do so by performing a series of functions. First is parties contest election. Yes, to form a political party in a nation, first of all, the most important thing that parties has to contest elections. In most democracy, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by political parties. Parties select their candidates in different ways. In some countries, such as the USA, members and supporters of a party choose its candidates. Now, more and more countries are following this method. In other countries like India, top party leaders choose candidates for contesting elections. So, the main function of any political party is that they contest election. For contesting election in India, the top political party leaders choose solid and the candidate who is having a good rapport among the country people. They advertise the brand image of the individual so that they can easily attract the voters. And the country like in USA, members and the supporters of political party choose its candidate, but here in India the top leader of political party choose their candidate to contest the election. This is the main function of a political party. Second function is parties put forward different policy and programs. Now the party is formed through the election. Top leaders chose their candidate for contesting election. Now what they will do? They will do something. So parties, now the political party put forward the different policy and the programs which they want to implement for the collective good of the community, and the voters choose from them. Each of us may have different opinions and views on what policy are suitable for the society. As a different political party India is having, to every political party ideology is different. Bahujan Samajwadi Party totally different, that they think about the weaker section of the society to uphold their interest first. Another political party like BJP, they think that for the collective good, they think beyond the you can say beyond any minority or the majority section. They think collective good for all country people. So in this way, every political party is having their own principle and suitable policy which suit the particular section of the society, but no government can handle such a large variety of views. In a democracy, a large number of similar opinions have to be grouped together to provide a direction in which policy can be formulated by the governments. So, as you know, India is such a vast country, and the political party are different in their views. So, they combined some similar way of thinking and then opinions, and then they come up with the solution, and then they took the form of a policy by the Indian government. This is what the party do. A party reduces a vast multitude of opinions. Remember that why we need a political party. A party reduces a vast multitude of opinions into few basic positions which it supports. So just because of the help of the political party and their representative, the vast number or the large number of views can be reduced into some basic position, into some basic views, and which it supports. A government is expected to base its policy on the line taken by the ruling party. Now the government is expected to base its policy. We expect from the ruling government that they form a basic policy. The basic policy on the line which is taken by the ruling party. The party which is in center, they form a basic line for these policies and then they implement it. Now the third function of political party, parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. Formally, laws are debated and passed in the legislature. Now there is very important thing that you have to understood that how government function, how a political party functions, and how one law one you can say one law actually formed, how it has accepted by the different political leader, and then how ultimately it takes a form of particular law and which should be implemented in the society and which should be fulfilled by the every single society people. That laws are debated and passed in the legislature. Before implementing any law and policy, they all passed in the legislature for the debate or the discussion. But since most of the members belong to a party, they go by the direction of the party leadership irrespective of their personal opinion. Now, as after passing this law in the legislature, that it seems that most of the members are belonging to the same party, so they go by the direction of the party leadership. So they all the members will listen the views of their leader, and then which are irrespective of any personal opinion, and there is no need, not compulsory that a party leader's view will be the same as the members of the same political party, but they have to listen the view at last of a leader in a political party. So this is a procedure that before implementing any law for the country people, what is the steps which are involved. First it discussed and passed and debated also in the legislature. Then as one political party's members views are different on particular issue or law, so at last the leadership the leader whatever he or she will say, that should be accepted by the all political members in a particular political party. This is the third function of a political party. Next function, fourth function, parties form and run governments. Yes, after the political party which has won the election, they are having the 5 years tenure to run the government. As we noted last year, the big policy decisions are taken by political executive that comes from the political party. Parties recruit leaders, train them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. So it is the party who give the chance to the candidate to contest the election. Then it gives the chance to the members to show their views. Then it is the political party that party recruit, they give the opportunity to the people to be the leaders. Then after that they train them and then make them minister, and after that the political party give them opportunity to be the minister to run the nation as a member of, as a responsible minister of a government, whatever they want. But it doesn't mean that whatever they will like they will do just because they are having the power. Their power is also limited in Indian constitution, as we have discussed their limitation in the chapter constitutional design in class 9th. So their power is also limited. So this is the fourth function of a political party in a democratic country. There are some other functions also which we discussed in the another part of this video. Till then, God bless you. Take care.